Okay. 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 Something may have happened, friends. Something that has never happened to me since, we could actually... okay, all right, I'm just gonna have to come out and say it. You guys, remember when I was like, oh, it'll be fine to send these newbies off into the Num Drop expedition so that they could go ahead and have a good time exploring? Well, they just had a whole leak and got lost in the sea caves, which happens. Oh, the nigiri fish, finally! Yes! Okay, little one. Oh, and a big nigiri fish. Oh, I hope that we didn't have two big nigiri fish, because I think I sent them with a net. Okay. Well, they came back fine. But, well, Pirate tells Tyrant, I'm glad you're in a very good mood, because we had our very first fish fooded loss, and it's to a poor security guard that we didn't even manage to give a proper name tag to yet, you guys. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know this existed, and it's a big owl. It's a big fish beach owl. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love. Finds food on their own, no dispenser required, they're brown bagging it. For years, this normless squid was mistaken for an owl thanks to its wide field of view and scales that look like feathers. What a hoot. It's also a big fish, a rare specimen with a higher buzz and breeding chance. Oh my gosh. All of that sacrifice for a staff member who never even got to have a name. But I didn't even know the beach owl. I have almost got tears in my eyes of love because the beach owl, I am officially gonna have to make that a creature for my pirate warlock that my husband and I have in our campaign we've been having with our friends for a long time now. I'm pretty happy about that. But this is the first time we've ever gotten an MIA memorial. I hope we can rename it. I kind of want to put it over where the owl will be so that we can always remember. Oh, this poor thing. This memorial plaque is so small. Can I rename it? I can. You know what, Secret Kismet? You were next on the list. You were next on the list to have one of your clones be involved with, look, we're gonna put a seahorse racer over here so people are gonna come and they're gonna visit you while they race seahorses, I suppose. Oh geez, all right, I'm gonna have to move some things around first. But even though we never named your clone, Secret Kismet, the beach owl, fine, beach owl, discover, okay, the beach owler. There we go. We're gonna give you a name in memoriam. And we're gonna give you a name for after you have already been fish food. But the good news is your sacrifice was not in vain in a way because it brought to us our very first ever beach owl. I'm so in love with it. I don't even have any idea of how to explain. The boogeymen are coming! I swear to you, if they steal my beach owls, I'm gonna absolutely go bonkers. Also, they're probably coming because we have this beautiful new bathroom and a whole big, beautiful new area that I need to really show you guys. But okay, this is amazing. And also we have our aquarium zone, as you can see. I think I might need to hire a few more security guards to maybe work around here. Maybe not a greedy security guard, but somebody who's already got a photographic memory. They're nimble and they have pilot wings. Let's do this! And this is actually going to be Jurassic Kid. Jurassic Kid, I think we're gonna have you be ocean birder. So you are going to keep an eye on the ocean birds, and I'm also gonna keep you over here in our brand new zone, the Hall of Feast. Dun 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 dun! Behold, friends, this is the Hall of Feast, where we are going to have a wonderful meal in this glorious, very, very beautifully shiny new cafeteria, where let's see what we can add. Entertainment for adults, or what other things could we put in here? How about the ocean chowder so that we can have marine life buzz? We'll lower the price a little bit on the cafeteria to try to make it a bit more popular. And this is really like a creme brulee? Oh my gosh. Look, French is probably okay, creme brulee. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of beautiful little asterisk-y things that I would not have been able to do on my own. Creme brulee. That's gonna be what we're gonna call this cafe, the Creme Brulee Cafe. Are you kidding? That's an amazing name. I love that. And then that's how we can swap the food options. We have quite the crowd coming in, so hopefully we'll be able to train staff to take care of the cafe soon. But this is the feast hall. We took the money. Oh no! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! I swear. Oh my gosh. Okay. Where's the security guard? Can we have? Yes! Ocean Birder Jurassic Kid! You just got one of the Boggymen who I think was actually coming to steal our fish. I would be very upset about that. So we're gonna hire a whole nother like patroller to keep our like new fish area and feast fortune zone safe. And this is going to be Miss Fortune Teller. So how about we have this be fortune cookie expert, or how about fortune cookie Miss Fortune Teller, and then maybe fortune cookie. Okay, that's all we can fit in, unfortunately. Well, but you're also misfortunately, maybe is what I should be saying. We're gonna have you go ahead and also join in being in the feast hall, and I'm just gonna have you patrol for a while because I'm a little concerned about having the Boggymen here but not having the ability to like fight them back. Let's also bring over some information stands that we can start putting down so people can start learning about these amazing new creatures that we're adding in. Also, I guess info boards just in general about the things that you could find here. Just for the moment, there's literally nothing over here, so maybe people are like, why am I here? And just walking in circles. But this is the first time I've ever had the memorials created. I want to take good care of this memorial zone. I think we're gonna hire a janitor over here as well, another janitor who we can have just kind of cleaning up all of these puddles of water that keep showing up everywhere for some reason. Somebody who does workshop and they're, oh my gosh, immunity to MIA events. Oh my gosh. Bergie the writer. Fish fighter, Bergie the writer, or maybe mermaid, secret mermaid, secret, or how about secret superhero, Bergie the writer. Bergie, how exciting is that? You're actually a secret superhero. You work a job where it seems like, oh yeah, you're just casually doing work here at a supernatural museum, which okay, already that doesn't sound very casual. But I love the idea that you are here at the Hall of Feast. We can have you work on the workshop that I actually built over in this corner so that we can start making more things to attract our guests. Like, for instance, once I move this abandoned table, and I forgot about our nigiri fish, of course. All right, so I think both of these nigiri fish unfortunately count as the big fish. But maybe we'll save one of those two nigiri fish and they can actually have another nigiri tank at some point in the future if we need. We also need to make sure that we have a fake flake food dispenser in here for the nigiri fish. Whoops. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll move it over here. Maybe I'll swap the ice dispenser over. Is the temperature okay for Okay, we need to put a couple of these cool water. There we go. Water coolers in here, or else I think it's not cold enough for our beach owl. And that's completely unacceptable because I love this thing so much. And then let's come in and, oh man, I mean, I want to just decorate this thing with like so much at the moment, but let's grab one of the nigiri fish, and it wants any aquarium plants for its bonus. We need to display cold water fish with a bonus. We need to display 387 total bonus. That's amazingly easy with really cool fish, and display 150 aquarium bonus to unlock grave shallows. So also I just heard a bunch of bats, which is very cool. So both of those things are really cool. Let's get another donation stand over here. And then let me grab an aquarium plant really quickly to make sure that, oh, that's so cool. Okay. All right, so that definitely went in a few different directions than I expected. Let's come on over, and we're gonna grab the seahorse racer and put it in this corner for now, just to celebrate how cool this zone is. I think now I need another donation stand. I want to decorate the spot that has the little MIA stuff too. All right, so good. Oh my gosh. And the donation stand over here. Look, we might need to get some of the robots trotting about to help us just take care of all this. Hey, and speaking of robots and other things, we've got some of the golden nuggets, the gold truffles, and possibly a helicopter we need to repair. We're gonna have to go ahead and see. Woo! Okay, so welcome back to our adventures in our spooktacular 2-point museum, friends. I very much think that the grave shallows and their cold water fish sound absolutely fascinating at this point, and I 1,000,000% want to have more of those beach owls. I have to say that where okay, our newest staff member who's immune to MIA events is actually a janitor. So the gelatinous gorge is still risky biscuits if you are not capable of fast flying. We just proved how risky those biscuits are. It would probably, okay, not probably, it would be unkind to risk more biscuits by sending our staff out without help. So let's go out again. And we'll have swamp water archaeologist, and then goldfish brain is the only one who has fish whispering of our marine life experts. Possibly need to hire more marine life experts. Let's send these guys out to go and try to find some more cold water fish. We need more assistance at our brand new cafe. Hopefully, junk foodie, travel sick, sluggish movement, shatterproof, immune to injuries. That is a pretty positive development. That's a pretty positive development. And immune to injuries. I mean, that sounds like somebody who might want to go on some expeditions, so maybe we'll get that double pilot wings trained up? All right. This is gonna be, hey, it's Alari! Alari, welcome, welcome. You're actually gonna be a traveling assistant, but we're gonna have you be, how about you're gonna be, secret tunnel guide, Cookie Brooke. It almost fit. I hope you'll excuse the lack of the E, which I know made my sister, whose name is very, okay, her name's Brooke. But when people wouldn't add the E, it would send her absolutely into a tizzy as a child. It did not help that she had a teacher who was convinced, until we brought in her birth certificate, that there was no E on her name. So that, I remember that being high drama when we were children. All right, we got like another person there. Here is a snake charmer who's loyal and captures ghosts. And last name is literally Hero. Well, Crystal Alpaca, I hope that you are very happy with all of those positions because that sounds amazing. You're gonna be, how about another secret hero, Crystal Alpaca? You can charm ghost. So you also, or you can charm snakes. You also are good at capturing ghosts. That's amazing. I think we might have you stick to maybe, how about cleaning and ghost capture? Because you go around looking for ghosts and let's see, that's maintenance, photographic memory, handy. Jeez, we're getting some really good hires now. People really want to start coming on in and like working for us. And here's somebody who already has happy thoughts, photographic memory, and globetrotter. A perfect explorer. Also, what is this? Oh, we caught 5 bogeymen. Only 5? Do you have to catch them all like during the same raid? Because I know we've caught more than just 5 bogeymen. No one said crime was pretty, and that's clear as cack with the bogeymen. You close your windows and lock your doors, but those toilet bandits will hit you where the sun doesn't shine, and good luck stopping that. People like this give thievery a bad name and an even worse smell. Modus operandi: enter through toilet cubicles, target exhibits over donations, escape through the toilets and break them. Nope, nope, nope. Also, this is going to be Happy Explorer, Librarian of Space. You know what? I love the idea that you just love exploring and you just love trotting along and seeing what everybody like can find out in the world. Let's give you the Explorer outfit, and then I think we're gonna have you just help gather things up. And once you have enough experience, we can give you 2 happy thought amounts, and that will help us with exploring some of the netherworld. All right, I'm hiring way too many staff members to be able to like survive the oncoming chaos, but I kind of was trying to find peripheral vision, family and friendly. I kind of was trying to find like a security guard really quickly who possibly was, or was it a security guard? Yeah, a security guard who would be resistant to the MIA events. Didn't find him. That's the way it goes sometimes. Also, we found a wet wiper. Well, at least we have 2 of those now, and they do help to go ahead and clean. And I mean, that is a nice variety that we've got on our fish then. And hey, that unlocked the grave shallow zone. Yes! Oh my gosh. That's very exciting, I think, maybe. It's also kind of scary, and any staff member can go with a marine life expert here. Named before thousands of years of ghoulish weathering, the water is now much deeper than it sounds. Oh my word. We need 2 survival skill to be able to resist becoming fish food at this location. We do. Cursed Chaser Salty Sweet Wren. It is you. It is you who has been chosen to come forth and to go with none other than Pirate Tales Tyrant, who needs to become extremely well trained in their pilot skills to pilot helicopters, possibly planes. I don't know about hang gliders, but submarines and boats are definitely important. You guys might find money. You might get cursed. We're going to do our best. Speaking of curses, I just remembered we have a whole bunch of staff members who have a curse that prevent them from gaining experience until we fix that. We might want to go fix that. And I think for now, we're going to send these 2 with the survey scanner. And it's a quick trip, actually. But let's send them just with the survey scanner and see what we can do. We're so close to being able to like unlock a whole bunch of special things. But I did forget that we do have a whole bunch of cursed staff. So let's get the people with the traumatic experience curse tended to, because until that's lifted, they don't gain experience. And that's a problem. But everybody who has frog, like the Frog's Warren curse, I actually like that, but I don't know if they're still going around with frog heads. If they're not, we'll take care of that by like just curing them so that they can feel like they aren't cursed anymore, because they don't have a frog head anymore, even if they think they do. Yeah. All right. Well, with all of that really on its way and developing nicely, we do still need to get just a plain Jane nigiri fish that would be happy to go. We're gonna need more people for sure. Look, why don't we, well, no, I don't want to send those 2 newbies. But we could send our 2 newbies out, and between the 2 of them, also we'll have to name Goldfish Brain, maybe something a little better. We'll send them out, hopefully they'll find a good fish. If not, well, that's unfortunately going to just be the breaks. We also have a botany expert who's a lard lass and analytical who already has analysis. This is going to be a plant researcher. We might give you a more exciting name, Windfallen, in the future. I'm gonna hire you now, and the reason I'm hiring you now is because we are gonna have a bunch of the feast plants hanging out in the feast hall once we really get ourselves settled and feeling good about everything. We're gonna maybe really keep an eye out for more of the staff members who have really unique skills that could keep them alive. And honestly, somebody who's already got workshop, already handy, photographic memory, that sounds amazing. This is going to be Ren. You know what? Let's have you be haunted clock worker Ren this time, because doesn't that sound amazing? I think that sounds quite amazing. Also, I have way too many staff members. We're possibly going to like really regret that in the future, but we've got to do what we've got to do. And we have at least a loyal new person to take care of the fish with us, who I think we're going to go ahead and give fish whispering to, so we can try to get to fish whispering level 2 soon. And this is going to be none other, hang on, my list wiggled, then Wolf System. Your clone is here once again. So we're gonna have you be, how about Fish Lullaby expert, Wolf System. And thank you so much to the patrons who have made all of these adventures possible, and who continue to make these adventures possible, because without you, things would be even more dicey. And I don't even know how it could be that way at this stage, but apparently it could. Also, our very first expedition is coming on in from the Grave Shallows. How are you 2 doing? We're still frog sworn and feeling good, it seems. What do we have here? Brought back a bit of money, thank you. $1,000 goes a long way right now, actually. It's a spider crab. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, you know, why not? We'll go ahead and add it to the exhibits, and maybe make a spider crab exhibit in a little bit. It needs fresh food, so we'll go and put that in. I really want to make it so that the exhibit areas mostly have the beach owls soon, though, because I love these beach owls. All right, let's see. Definitely losing a lot of money, and I totally missed out on whatever that very unique message was because I was so distracted. That's just the way it happens sometimes. Who do I need? I need 2 pilot wing. Who's the closest? Honestly, it's like pirate, there we go, Tails Tyrant, or Ocean Birder Jurassic. You know what, Ocean Birder Jurassic Kid? We might just send you... How much money do we have right now? We've got not a lot. The Afterlife Academy cost more than we have at the moment. We might need to keep it kind of cheap for a bit. So that we can kind of make up the money funds. But let's go back out to the Grave Shallows zone. And let's see what we can get. Pirate Tails Tyrant, if you would go out let's see what we could get this time. Just in case it's going to be not the spider crab, which is really cool objectively, but something else equally fascinating. And then we'll finish off today remembering, oh yes, I also want to put in the robocharger. And I need a whirly cog, like little whirly cogs for that, so that we can have some of the robo security guards and robo janitors trotting about, helping us out. And then if we're gonna do that, do I just need to have a bunch of palm trees? And you know what? We might have reached the point where we might have to just quietly sneak over to our Pika Lily pads and possibly grab a Pika Lily pad as like an emergency. Just like, shh. All right, you guys go there quickly, please. Go grab a Pika Lily pad so that we can make a little extra money and start collecting that on the side, because I'm sure that's how that's supposed to work, right? But we need donation collection to really start pulling in the big money, and that's probably going to come in with the help of our robots. I need to come up with some cool robot names. Also, a little nigiri fish. Speaking of ways that we could really start getting the money up, here we go. Because once you get the nigiri fish involved, well, then it starts getting a little crowded, but not in a bad way. There you go, little ones. I hope we start seeing lots and lots of fish babies soon. But I really want to get more of those beach owls because, oh my gosh. But all right, thank you guys so much for joining us on this chaotic adventure. I've spent way too much money in all sorts of different directions. We have way too much staff and experts to be able to afford, but sometimes you make these kinds of decisions in life so that you can come back with none other. We've been cursed. Okay, gotta take care of that. That's kind of an issue. People freak out about the curses. But the Swim Reaper? I love this. Yeah. Yeah, that was worth it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.